Most people think that affirmations work through repetition. So they use these phrases over and over again, hoping that reality changes. But ancient teachings about creation pointed to something much deeper. Reality doesn't respond to how much affirmations you chant. It responds to the emotional state that you constantly hold. People fail in the manifestation process because they didn't learn the secrets, how to really hold the state, and because they use very often affirmations entirely wrong. In this video, I will reveal to you the full formula, how to hold this state, and also the several mistakes that people make, for example, like about the affirmations and what it's really about. After this video, you will know that. So let's start with the example first. Let's say there is someone, he wakes up. No, he starts to use his affirmations, right? So he watched maybe a random video of affirmations that were made by someone. Now he uses that and he's in front of the mirror, right? He chants his affirmations. He feels good about himself. So that you need to feel that is totally true, right? At least it's the first impression that it seems like it's right. Right? So he chants that and he makes it over multiple weeks, but then he knows that, okay, even though he feels good, right, reality still doesn't change fully. Like, how can this be, right? Like, why is that? So one of the mistakes, for example, that people make when it comes to affirmations, even though there are also people, for example, who do it repeatedly, like over the day, right? So they want to cultivate their beliefs. It's still not enough because they're still missing a few missing links. And I rarely ever heard someone say this. So one of the missing links that you need to understand why it doesn't work out, I will first start with the obvious things that you probably know. It's not enough to chant it in front of the mirror, right? You need to do this over the entire day, and you need to do it in the right way, and to which this part I will come now. So you need to do it in the right way so that it will become your normal emotional state, right? So the obvious part is it's not enough to do it over the day or in the mirror or in the morning or evening. You need to do it over the entire day. Now, what's the unobvious part? The part that most people miss. Okay, so one of these parts, this is one of the missing links, is that whenever you say an affirmation, yes, you need to feel it. Yes, it needs to be repeatedly. But this alone is not enough, like we said. It's more about the emotional state. So the missing link is they need to find a confirmation. Whenever you say your affirmation, you have these beliefs, you need to find a confirmation. So while you're practicing that, saying it over an entire day, you made it yourself also. This works way better for you, for your subconscious. Ask just your ideal self, how will they choose their beliefs, right? What beliefs will the ideal self have about reality? So the ideal self that have already the next results that you want, right? The next lifestyle. How will they choose the beliefs? What will the beliefs be? For example, a belief is, I become more and more rich every day. So every day I get more and more rich, right? This is, for example, a belief. But there's still a big part that is missing why it still doesn't work out. Okay? So you need to choose these beliefs yourself and find a confirmation. For example, you find a bug on the ground. Boom, confirmation. I attract more and more money every day. Okay? Or my wealth magnet. It needs to be something that resonates with you personally, rather than a random affirmation from a random list on Google or from a random video. Okay? It works way better. It's more personal. Right? And the confirmation is the missing link. Why? Because your mind needs confirmation, needs security, needs certainty. Without that, it will still keep doubting it. Like, yeah, but it's not true. Yeah, but it's not true. Yes, I feel it, but still, fuck this. I don't believe that. So it needs confirmations. that it can start to believe that. Okay? Now let's go to the next part. This part is really crucial. Most people miss out on that. Let's start with the unobvious part. So the part that probably a lot of people know, but it's still important to know that. So I will just mention that. Okay? And this part is about taking aligned action. You need to take aligned action so that your brain finds more confirmation. Your mind finds more confirmation, and it creates a positive loop, right? You take aligned action, and you at the same time you find confirmation in your brain, constantly more confirmation for this belief, right? And now you want to take even more action, right? Now you're even more exciting because you feel it even stronger that it becomes true, right? A lot of people know that they need to take aligned action, right? So basically, you go take aligned action. Your brain finds more evidence. So what is the missing link? Now imagine there is someone. His name is Steve. He wakes up. He chants his affirmations. He makes it right. He feels that. He finds confirmation. He makes it over the entire day, and he even takes aligned action. But it still doesn't work out. Why? Because Steve lives in a world that is not abundant, right? Even though he focuses on these affirmations that he gets more and more rich every day, he feels like life is a struggle and it doesn't fully work out. So what's the missing link? It's his world beliefs. It's hard to really believe that you will get what you want, that you're a rich person, if the world is not full of opportunities or the world is hard. So you need the right connection of the world belief. So basically it's about how you perceive life. For example, if you believe, so if this is your belief to become more aligned with your vision and your ideals, like that you get more and more rich every day, then the world belief could be the world is full of opportunities. Because the world's full of opportunities, it's easy to come closer to that, right? So ask your ideal self, but we are not even close to the full truth. There's still one big missing link, actually two missing links, right? So ask your ideal self, what is the belief? So what's the world belief that you need to have, right? The belief about life. And then, so these both beliefs, the I am belief and the world belief, needs to be aligned. And then things start to get better. But there's still something missing. So there are two things that are missing. I will come to the big part at the end. This is just the part that a lot of people make wrong. And the other part is, over the day, a lot of unexpected incidents happen. Let's say something happened. It didn't go based on your expectations. So you used this, you practiced on that in the video. But now it didn't, something unexpected happened. It brought you out of the mood out of nowhere. So most people, because these unexpected things happen, they lose control. Boom. They don't know what to do. And now they get back to their old reality. We don't want that it happens, right? So what can you do about it, right? What's the missing link? If unexpected things happen, you think bad about it, then you get back to your old reality, to a more negative one than before, right? Or if you stay neutral, your reality stays neutral. And if you give it a positive meaning, then we'll choose a positive reality and you will further hold the state. That will help you to manifest what you want, as we said, because the ancient teaching said so, right? And it's true. So what you want to do is you watch out for things that happen unexpected over the day, that happen unexpected, and you give it a positive meaning. You ask yourself, for example, what is the blessing in disguise for that? And if it's really difficult, then you could ask yourself, what could potentially be a blessing in disguise, right? And you learn to give it a positive meaning so that you stay aligned with your new reality. So the trick is, it's like a game. Things will try to bring you out of concept over the day, and you give it a new meaning so that you stay aligned with your reality. Okay, now here comes the last missing link. Okay, so let's say there's Steve. He makes everything right, almost. He says the affirmations. He feels it. He makes it repeatedly over the day. He even reframes the situations right now, right? He takes a light action. He has the right word belief, but it still didn't work out last time. Why? Why didn't it work out? So why didn't it work out? Why? What's the last thing? Most people don't know that reality comes delayed. So the physical reality comes delayed. Okay? So you can do that now for one day, maybe for 1 week, okay, or longer. But reality comes delayed for multiple weeks. So the delay happens after hours, days, weeks, or 1 month. Okay? If you do it right, you can still see that it becomes true because you feel the state. But many people give up because on the next day, they don't encounter what they want to have. They give up. They start to doubt. Okay? Because the physical reality is still not how they want to. So the last missing link is consistency and trust. It's that you have faith in that. You do the right steps. You see at things as they are. And at the same time, you have this trust, right? You know that reality comes delayed. So that's why you need to have trust, right? Because it will come a little bit later, the physical reality, that it adapts to your emotional state, okay, into your aligned action. And this is one of the last missing links why most people give up, then they don't see that, right? Is the feeling of trust. You also don't want to start to doubt it just because you don't see it for 4, 5, 6 days or multiple weeks. You want to remain in a state of faith, like a feeling of it will work out, okay? And reframe further any specific incidents for you. And this is how you hold the state, and then you create this new reality, okay? And comment below, what is the reality that you want to create? So what are your goals? What are your goals that you want to create? Okay? And by the way, if you want to go even deeper than that and to accelerate your journey, click on the link down below and we will talk about it in a free discovery call where I can help you with your situation and give you a few tips. Okay? See ya. Bye-bye.